Well, welcome to Season 4 of Building the Seminoles. As you can see, our recruiting board's already filled up. We're going to get to that in a moment. But perhaps we laid down some expectations for this season. I think that this roster is one win at bare minimum better than what we've done each of the last 2 years. We'll see if that's the case. It is still a very young team. It is very much still a rebuilding team. But I think we could get out there and actually make a bowl game with this Florida State team this year. So we're going to hope that that's the case as we will go and take a look over the roster for the 2028 Florida Seminoles. Florida State Seminoles. No, I really... So actually, fun fact, while I was in Las Vegas for obviously the completely different reason, TwitchCon was going on and I just, meh. Well, the quarterback room for this Florida State team is not good. We're not going to try and sugarcoat that. We got 3 true freshmen down here. These were all very late additions to our board. We're not expecting anything major out of them pretty much in their career here unless one of them gets a dev trade increase. Our top 2, though, are sitting in impact. Redshirt sophomore Ernest Lindsey, redshirt freshman Dakota Speed. And, I mean, they're both dual threat. Maybe they pan out. I don't really like the throw power on either one of them or the short accuracy, to be fair. If anything, Ernest Lindsey might be an okay player by the end of this, but I highly doubt it. At running back, Cameron Bushman is the top running back on this team. But we actually, so we hit fairly well on Trey Lyles. Normal dev, but he has a decently high starting overall. And speaking of decently high starting overall, we moved to Spencer Schrader, which was a player last year that we added to the class that we didn't necessarily need. But oh boy, did we hit on him. He becomes our first recruit to become elite dev. So that is massive. So true freshman Spencer Schrader. Problem then becomes, he does have a playing time deal breaker. Now, we could probably put him at RB2, but he's so close already, and he's already faster than Bushman. I'm just going to put Schrader straight to the top of the depth chart. So that's good. We like that. Even Kevin Dora, the redshirt freshman, we didn't really go over him last year. Impact dev might be a solid number 2. Fullback, fine. Wide receivers, we got an okay top 2. Would like for something a little bit better. Maybe BJ Gibson has one hell of a year and can really elevate our quarterbacks. Tremaine Kiernan, redshirt sophomore. He might be okay. Our top 3 are above 90 speed, and you love to see that. We do have a true freshman incoming in Quincy Richard that has star development. Pretty low starting overall, but we can hope for the best there on that. Tight ends is what it is. We're going to need some tight ends in this upcoming class. The offensive line, outside of Manesse Atete, I have no idea, a player that we inherited from the previous coaching staff, he's about the only good offensive lineman we have. Offensive line has been a real tough thing to recruit for us. It's really been sad. I mean, what was it, year 2, year 3, whatever it was, when we missed out on every single one of our offensive tackle targets. Just absolutely brutal at times. Edge is still a problem outside of Isaiah Gibson, who I do expect to leave after this year. Be great if he didn't, but I do expect that to happen. Defensive tackle is still a pretty weak spot, even though we do get Sean Souls in here, who is star development. I don't know if he was when we got him on this team, but that's where it is. I mean, you're pretty much screwed, I think, at just about every defensive position if your starters go down. And I mean, these corners, we're so young at the position, and where we're not young, we're bad, that it's really, really scary. Kai Bates entering his final year. Safety, again, I mean, same problems. A. Thomas, 85, that's playable. But then you get down to all the players after them, and it gets even bad, and it's hard to say that Ron Lyles at strong safety is even all that playable. The junior safety. Star development, if he sticks around, maybe some good things happen, but we're not hoping for much. Special teams, Zach Hoffrichter back kicking footballs for us, and junior punter Kirk McChristopher, who we have yet to see on the field, and we only recruited him because of his name in the first place. And now to the recruiting board. We were fairly conservative, kind of going with last year's strategy, about 15 to 20 guys. Currently have the board sitting at 16 players. We're sending hours to everybody that's on our board right now outside of Shaquem Bostic, who this was just, I mean, we had to make a decision. And 4-star gem of a corner, Chad Brown, was the easy decision to make. And then 3-star gem, Carl Treggs at right tackle. I'm hoping he sticks around and hoping that even just a scholarship offer is going to be able to crack us inside his top 8. And maybe get a quick commit so that way we can immediately just put ours on Treggs. And maybe even Bostic. We'll see how this goes, but that's how our board looks here at the start. We are going after a 5-star quarterback yet again. Number 3 at his position out of River Rouge, Michigan, Dion Dunker. A backfield creator, which I've wanted to recruit to this team. At least a good backfield creator the entire time, and we have failed to do so. Quarterback has been a big problem in terms of recruiting, and we got some heavy competition for him. But, I mean, our quarterback will fall into our lap eventually. We just hope it happens kind of within the next 3 to 4 year window. And now looking at the schedule, we may have done this last time, but we'll do it again. FCS Midwest. Actually, we wouldn't have done this, I don't think. Maybe we did. I don't know. Number 3, Georgia. We have to head to Athens for that one. That's really unfortunate. Start ACC play with Boston College. Cal comes to our stadium. We visit SMU, who starts the season ranked. At home against Tennessee in non-conference play. To Virginia Tech, who's actually already 0-1. Miami, ranked yet again in that rivalry game. North Carolina, ranked 19th. They come to Tallahassee. Wake Forest, another away game. Got Clemson at home. Clemson, a team that we just have not beaten. And even Florida. We haven't beaten Florida yet either. All right, so I think nothing else left to do before we start this 2028 sim. FCS Midwest. You'd hope that we could beat them. Let's go check the depth chart really quick to make sure that that move that I made to put Spencer Schrader in the one spot worked. And for whatever reason it didn't, but that was the only change that I really wanted to make. So we'll put him up at the number 1, even though he could probably be our number 2. But nothing else truly left to do now. Let's go out there and beat FCS Midwest. Give me something good. Yeah, it's acceptable. 44-7 win over FCS Midwest. We have an early bye here in week 2. Keep getting boned on those bye weeks, but is what it is. Our next game is against 1-0, number 2 Georgia. Don't have a lot of hope for that game. The bulk of our ACC schedule is what I'm really concerned about this year, but we will most likely lose to the Bulldogs. Okay, not hating what I'm seeing. A lot of the guys that are really on the top of our board, we do lead on, so that is good to see. Nobody freed up ours, and we even made it into the top 5 already for Shaquem Bostic, but the Georgias, the Miamis, even Virginia could probably just blow us out of the water if we're not going to be able to put ours on him. And to my surprise, Carl Treggs has not put us inside his top 8, which is a little bit concerning. But all we need is just one commit or, somebody to lock us out or something, and we can go and put ours on him. I feel like I'd much rather focus on Treggs than Bostic, especially given that we lead on Chad Brown. And Miami, who I'd say is our biggest threat in that race, has not even offered him, so that's big. You know what? We are actually making up some decent ground here on Dion Dunker. Vilma were his only offer. 4-star running back. It's a bit of a surprise. And that was a luxury player. We didn't even really need him. trailing on Costello, leading on Jake Henry. I guess that's something, especially given how hard it has been to attract offensive tackles to this team. Leading on Weaver, leading on Owen Scioli, leading on Carl Robertson, Malvo, I think is how we're going to pronounce that, leading on an Iasefa Crook. Well behind on Emmerich Verrett, linebacker. That's a problem. Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Miami, they want him. That's a problem. Dion Scales we lead. And as we expected, I mean, we're going to fall behind on Bostic here. It's just going to happen. I'd just take him off our board if it meant we could add some points to Tregs. And, I mean, we might need to do something with him. So I wonder a player like Everett that we really probably aren't going to get. I wonder if it's just the smartest thing to do to take him off the board and just go ahead and send the house on Carl Tregs. Now, 3-star gem, we don't know what that means in this year's game, but we're going to give it a go. So, see how this works. I'd like to imagine, with no offers sent to him, that this would pique his interest. Week 3, against the number 2 ranked 2-0 Georgia Bulldogs. The Seminoles have pulled off some early season stunners already in this dynasty. This is not one of the times I'm expecting that. To be fair, I'm never expecting it, but we'll see what we can do. Man, a win against the number 2 team could really turn our season into something. But at Georgia, it's just so unlikely. We scored some points. Still, I'd consider it a blowout win as Georgia moves to 3-0. Start ACC play against Boston College, who is 2-1 to start the year. Recruiting is still maxed out in terms of the hours. The surprise to me, we have jumped Colorado on Dion Dunker. Hasn't named his top 5 yet, which is really unfortunate. Might skip top 5 altogether, go to top 3 with only those 3 offers. See how that one goes. Still no other interest for Vilma. Man, we could use a commitment in a bad way. Locked out on Bostic again. That was by design. To my surprise, we got a deal breaker with Baldonado. I really tried to avoid those types of deal breakers there. There's a chance we can come back from that if this team starts to win a little bit. And we do indeed lead on Carl Tregs, so that move worked. Well, that is not what you hope for. Now, number 24th ranked, Boston College beat us 38-17. Scored more points against Georgia, which is a shock. I don't know. Maybe just a tough matchup. I can't imagine we're that bad to the point that we're just going to lose to everybody, even though there's just a million ranked teams on this schedule. So good news, we got at least one commitment. That's big. 4-star Mike linebacker Dion Scales, in-state guy. Not locked out on anybody, but just the one commit this week. Well, you know, a team that is now 5-0, Cal is not getting any respect from the top 25, but it's a close loss. But now we face, at least for the moment, back-to-back top 5 teams. SMU, they're undefeated. Tennessee, undefeated. Georgia has lost, finally. Dude, our schedule, if you look at it currently, number 5, SMU, number 2, Tennessee. Forget number 19 and number 14 there. But Clemson, number 3. Florida to end our season, number 7. We got 4 top 10 teams at this current moment on our remaining schedule. It might be a worse year, even though we are, in theory, a better team. Oh, boy. Battle here for Chad Brown, the 4-star gem of a corner, as we head into this probably final week. I would love if this week would jump us back up, but man, that is really, really close. It's possible, not outside the realm of possibility. Still looking good on 3-star gem Carl Tregs, and then now we do, I believe, have the hours to send the house on both of these guys, if my math is correct, and it is. Well, for the second straight week, we are taking on an undefeated team. Problem is, this time, That team is ranked inside not only the top 25, but the top 10 and the top 5. This can't go wrong, surely. Well, we saw this coming, but no other offers sent his way. Antoine Vilma, 4-star running back, in-state guy yet again. Oh, boy. Rough week. Rough week. 3 recruits on our board committed to in-state Miami. And we lost again. 10-point loss to the number 5 team in the country. And it doesn't get any easier because now we have to take on the number 2. Sweet. Sweet. Great. And Clemson in Florida ain't going anywhere. Well, there it is again. Another loss. I think it's, you know, I'm actually somewhat impressed with what this defense is doing. Or rather, what the offense is doing. The defense really feels like it's letting us down. 49 points allowed. 38, 31, 34, and 42. Can't win games like that. Our first real chance at a win in a while. 2-5, Virginia Tech. However, they've decided to kick this game off at 9 p.m. In fact, 3 of our next 4 kick off at 9. Well, let's get Costello out of there. Henry. Offensive tackle targets long gone. We should be able to get Theo Weaver here. I don't see Florida doing anything to us that means he's going to drop out. Another offensive line target we didn't get. We should get 4-star Carl Robinson. Malveaux went to Miami. Crook, this is a tight battle. Wasn't really looking good all throughout. The safety in Countess goes elsewhere. And wow, we're in a recruiting battle here, but it's not one that I see going our way. That was tied the last time we saw it, and Illinois has gapped us. Still looking good on Tregs. And all these guys that we've recently added to the board, not phenomenal, not spectacular. All right, so some good news on the offensive line. 4-star center Carl Robinson out of Deerfield Beach, Florida, is a Florida State Seminole. 2 recruits in a week. We got Carl Tregs. That's a 3-star gem. Hopefully he works out. High overall, maybe a decent depth rate. That would certainly be great. Bad news, we missed out on Crook. Saw that coming. And Brown, that 4-star gem of a corner. A visit with Illinois swayed him away from us. Holy shit, we won a game. By 2. We take down Virginia Tech. Don't get on your high horse too much because the ranked teams are right back at us. And it just gets even worse. So SMU is now the number 3 team in the country. Tennessee is at number 2. Miami, 14th. North Carolina, 9th. Clemson, 5. Florida, 4. We have faced at least, faced or will face, I guess we'll put it that way, 4 of the top 5 teams in the country. And remember, Georgia was ranked number 2 when we played them. This is disgusting. This is unfortunate. One might call this unfair. Oh, you are fucking kidding me. All this time, I didn't even realize. I think I added Dunker to the board knowing that the playing style deal breaker just doesn't work for me. It didn't in last year's game. It's not going to work for me in this year, but it's a 5-star quarterback that we tried to get. And there's still a chance that we can get him. We're going to have to start winning some games, I would imagine. Oh, that absolutely blows. That's really, really unfortunate. Theo Weaver, tight battle here. Week 11 visit with Florida. Something tells me he's going to wait out for that. We got locked out on Crook. Not even committed anywhere else, just locked out. Brown's off the board now. Baldonado has had us locked out for ages. We got 3 4-star commits, 1 3-star. How are these guys at the bottom looking? Matt Ballman on the edge, leading. Miami's in on him, too. Got an offer on him. Ryan Arrieta at corner. Trailing Virginia Tech somehow after we just beat them. 5-star wide receiver TJ Head. A lot of ground to make up. Probably ground we can't make up, but we're going to give it a go. And, I mean, it's still early on a lot of these guys, so progress will continue to be made. But man, oh man, has this gone bad. So back to the prospect list to fill it out with some guys we might actually have a chance of getting. Well, in another ranked team, 5-2 Miami. They have kicked our ass on the recruiting trail. It would certainly be nice to beat them on the football field, but I really doubt it. There have been very few of these top 25 games that we have been able to play and play decently close on the road. I don't think we've beaten Miami in each of the first 3 years, so thinking that our chances are not good. Well, the Florida State Seminoles, after a 33-16 loss to Miami, need to win out to make a bowl game here in year 4. Problem becomes 3 of our final 4 opponents are inside the top 10, including number 4th ranked Clemson, who is undefeated. And look back at some of these teams that we faced when they were unbeaten. Georgia, but it was early. Cal was unbeaten. They have dropped 2. But SMU is undefeated. So is Tennessee. Clemson is just, they're going to smash us. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Bad year to be bad in the ACC, because apparently a lot of teams are good. Now, and really, granted, think about the ACC teams that we have played. Boston College, yeah, that was bad. SMU, 10-point loss. Virginia Tech, we beat them. Miami, pretty bad loss. I don't know. A lot of the best teams that we're playing aren't even in conference. Still locked out on Dunker, which means Clemson, who joined this party pretty late. Now that playing style deal breaker did improve. We only need it to improve a little bit more, but this is just closing that gap between ourselves and Clemson, which is just really, really bad news. And we also got locked out on Theo Weaver in a recruiting battle. What the fuck? I can't stand playing style deal breakers, dude. I do not get it. Do not get it. So pretty much all we can do is just let these guys down here just cook. We got locked out of championship contender. You're a 3-star! Number 4, North Carolina, who did lose a game, by the way. 8-1 now, but wasn't against us. Wake Forest might be our final chance at a win, but it is official. The Florida State Seminoles, for the 3rd straight year, will not reach a bowl game. We are, I believe, last in the ACC. Yep, there it is. Playing style deal breaker, and all of a sudden, Deion Dunker's in his top 3. And it did go down. That was a C+. Now it's sitting at a C. So, our only real quarterback target on the year. Just because of a deal breaker that doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. Not much, really, that you can do about it the way we do these dynasties. I just need to avoid playing style deal breakers at all costs. I mean, we're not sitting very good right now with commits. We got locked out on TJ Head, didn't make his top 3. That was the wide receiver. And I mean, we lead on a good chunk of these guys at the bottom, but oh boy, this is ugly. Playing time deal breaker for a 4-star edge in Matt Bauman. That's one that annoys me even more. What the fuck do you mean playing time? How do you gauge your playing time based off of what we're doing here? I don't understand that. Probably was gonna go to Louisville anyway, but what the fuck? Like, what do you do about that? How can I give you playing time to make you happy when you're in high school? Arietta to Virginia Tech. And this is a really bad year. Like, Derek Brunner's gonna go to Auburn. Probably not gonna get Smythe. Might get Tynes, but pfft. Great. Clemson's gonna get us on Carney. You just know it. We can't recruit offensive line to this team. You get sniped by every other team in the country because we just can't recruit them. How many offensive line targets have we missed? We got a center. in terms of our preseason top targets, but missed out on two tackles, 2 guards. Like, I don't get it, man. And this team is going to fall even lower. We are going to probably have even less hours to recruit next year, because I do think that this team is going to fall to a 3-star team with this season. There's just no way. One last game. We won 2 games all year. FCS Midwest and Virginia Tech. Is that what it was? Yeah. Miserable year. Miserable year. And we're going to go through it. We're going to take a look at all the fucking ranked teams. Top 10 teams we played with a pretty bottom of the standings ACC type team, which is how this was shaping up. I mean, I thought this was a year we could do something, but then we played the entire top 10 teams in the country, I swear. Bowman locked this out. Man, a recruiting battle going on with somebody that's not us. Wait, what? In a year of so terribly bad, we have found a way to beat a top 25 team. When we played Georgia, they were number 2. They finished at number 4. Boston College, unranked. Actually, they were ranked briefly after they beat us. Cal was undefeated. They finished the season at 7-5. So, I mean, that makes sense as to why that was a close loss. We lost to the number 1 team in the country by 10, which was a big surprise. But this just gets into the gauntlet. So we faced the number 4, the number 1, the number 9, the number 6, the number 7, the number 2 teams in the country. What? What the fuck is that? Come on! I've never seen that happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the top 10 teams we played. I don't even care about those guys anymore. Fucking hit the portal hard. Hit the portal hard and then actually pay attention to never put a playing style or even playing time. I thought that used to be automatic. That they wouldn't just lock you out for no reason. Not this time. Not this year. Guess you get to gauge your playing time based off what? Mercifully, though, in come the 3 stars. Lamar Soto, I think, is only our 5th commit of this class. We'll get maybe a couple more here. Tyrone Harrelson, just 2. And then we get locked out on 3 more. There's like 12 players on our board. More 3 stars roll in. Ezekiel Okuda, in-state. That's it. We got locked out on 2 more. So as we expected, with the numbers we just saw, 6,000 yards. For the record, the NFL single season passing yards record, when I mean it still stands with a 16-game season, is 5,477 set by Peyton Manning. Bryce Underwood blew that out of the water in 12. 54 touchdowns. 73% completion. This is the greatest season of all time. I mean, at almost any level of football. What the fuck am I looking at? What? So this is a surprise to see in the season-ending recap. Number 3 Georgia, a team that beat us. Number 9 Florida, a team that we somehow beat. Georgia's your national champion by 3 points. Like, I don't know what to gather from this. Like, are we Are we good and just faced the worst schedule anyone's ever seen? Like, are we okay? I don't know. We did lose some bad games throughout the year, but... Oh, man. That's a big shock. But for the first time in building the Seminoles, Georgia is your national champion. They're first since 2021. 2022, rather. So, here is the dreaded players leaving screen. It's going to be pretty full here. Chance of persuasion. Oh, boy. Now, the big blow here, if you'll call it that, is Chester Gaffney. This was a 5-star recruit from year 3, where we have no chance of persuasion. We only have 2 persuasions in general. So we're going to have to use these smartly. Shaquille Bajan. Playing style. I'm never adding another player to the board with playing style deal breakers ever again. What the fuck it means, I don't know. Quarterback Matthew Hawkinson is trying to leave for pro potential. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So, I think Adigizawa is a great one to try and persuade. That fails. And then we'll go down to the quarterback in Hawkinson. It's probably going to fail. It didn't. Not even really sure why we wasted that on him, but essentially just have bodies in the quarterback room, I guess. So Florida State does have 2 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks as well. The unfortunate part of that is that none of them are players we brought to Tallahassee. Is what it is. I thought they were all going to go. I mean, especially Gibson, I just figured. I know the rest were seniors, but Gibson, I thought, was just always gone. Is what it is. I mean, it... Now, wait a minute. Wait a darn second. I don't know if that star rating is going to stay the same when we get into the offseason and get into next season. Current projections are that after the worst season in our tenure, we have improved back from 3.5 stars to 4 stars where we started. Would you please give me a quarterback? No. No. There are no quarterbacks to speak of in the portal for us. That does blow. At least, I mean, all the way down to 3 stars. Nobody's willing to even talk to us. Running back isn't a major position of need. I mean, I don't know if there's even anybody here. That's shocking, and it's a chance to give a little bit of a blow to North Carolina. So, Dewan Cockrell, welcome to our board. He's got a playing time deal breaker, so that means he's going to leave. But he's a junior anyway, so what do we care? Oh, wait. 3-star receiver, Byron Good. Contested specialist, championship contender. I don't know how we have a B- rating in that, but sure. Welcome to the board. There are no recommended tight ends, which is a slight problem. Not even 2 stars. Not even the lone 1-star are willing to talk to us at the tight end position. That ain't good. Let me guess, those are the only 3 offensive tackles that will consider us. Correct. Well, let's add Lang. Let's add Kyle McCarrons. Just to try and do something. At guard, we need so badly to have some decent prospects considering us at guard, but I just don't think. There might be 1 2-star. That's looking like the case. Gonna leave a massive hole at guard. Might have to load up on centers. Assuming that's a thing we can do. Well, if you look at this, I don't think a single center is even going to talk to us. Great. So I wonder if we load up. I mean, I know we got a couple coming in. Just everybody. Every single body at the offensive line position. Javier DeBeer from Kansas. Joshua Cookus from the number 17 team in the country, Indiana. That's playing style again. Let's go for Ty Apple, the brand exposure guy. Defensive tackle. We need some good news. Top prospects. There are none that will talk to us at the defensive tackle position. The good news is that we were mostly set there. Please, 3 stars. Please. Any of you? I'm thinking this team is so overly fucked. At least got 1 3-star. Might provide us a decent body. 2-star. Oh, look at that. That's where they all are. Kiki Cheek. Welcome to the board. Mike linebacker. Oh, hello, 4-star. Julius Heaney. Oh, wait, he was here. Chance to do that again. Get a player back that was already on our team. I can't fathom. Cannot fathom. I don't get it. 2 stars. 2 stars are locking us out in the first week. I mean, these other guys, I mean, we're floating around in the middle of their board. Nobody else has even offered them. What the fuck? You're all that was left. Needed a win. It's hard to call this a win, but it is a recruit. Chad Shell, St. Petersburg. It's a Florida State Seminole, and that is it. 2 more, just 2 more off the board. They're both fucking corners, dude. How do you recruit defense and offensive line? Corner especially seems to be incredibly tough. Emmanuel Tynes is finally in his top 3. He doesn't have another offer. It's a 4-star tight end. Just sign on, please. Might still get Victorino. Jumped Ole Miss. What? Oh, right. So let's head into these 2 stars then, since we have the hours to do so. Players. We need players. Only 25 hours left, so let's go to Roman Snow, since we've been doing work on him anyway. Is it working? Yes. All right, send the house on him. Get a commit. Get a body, please. We're hoping for at least more commits than just this. 3-star edge, Alex Victorino. All right, 3-star linebacker George Okinlawan. Sure. 3-star edge Emmanuel Vincent. And that is it. We got locked down on a 2-star. We got beat out by Akron. Just because this doesn't, if it doesn't just flood in, doesn't mean we didn't get everybody, but we at least do get 4-star tight end. Emmanuel Tynes out of Louisville, Kentucky. Clearly didn't want to come here, but we're his only offer. Feels crazy to say about a 4-star tight end. Jalen Warmack out of Richmond, Texas. Quarterback is on. Spencer Tam, a 3-star tight end. Mike Schneck, another 3-star tight end, in fact. 3-star right tackle Desmond Neighbors is a Seminole. Another right tackle, Leon Mangum. Evan Allison. Did well on the 3-star tackles. 3-star guard Devin Winbush. Another 3-star guard, Darren Burnett. It's going okay so far. Third 3-star guard, Tavon Freeman. George Oben, that's our 4th guard at that 3-star spot. 2-star Mike linebacker, George Skandrick. 2-star Will Ramon Johnson. Ramon Snow at safety commits. 3-star corner Garrison Plum. I said George. Kiki Cheek, Will linebacker, is a Seminole. Ezekiel Darling out of Montgomery, Alabama. Getting down to it. 3-star tight end Larry Meeks. That does it. Did we miss out on anybody at the end? Couple. All right, training results. This is what we were most interested to see. Spencer Schrader is up to an 83 overall. Kevin Bushman, he jumped him. He was 2 overall behind last year. And he's up to 93 speed. That's good. What about the quarterback growth? There isn't much to speak of. Isn't much to speak of at all. Quarterback is still going to be a bit of a problem. Receivers, we didn't really bring in that many receivers, so it's going to be a light receiver room this year. Tight end, we might not even be too bad. Offensive line, who cares? Nobody here it's really going to be all that great. LeJesse Harold, probably our best offensive lineman. I mean, it's bad. It's real bad. The secondary doesn't look terrible, but the trenches look pretty damn bad. All right, so this is where we will leave off, heading into 2029, year 5. Back up to a 4-star team does feel good. Should give us a little bit more advantage on the recruiting trail. We could go after more targets earlier on. More hours to spend. Maybe, depending on how the season's kind of shaping up, we start to use those visits a little bit.